This cream is really easy to make. We will need mascarpone, whipping cream, lime zest, lime juice, and basil leaves. I'm going to take care of this part, and I'm going to take care of whipping the cream, because we're going to combine what you do and what I do. What are you going to do?
So I'm going to take this mascarpone. We need 125 grams, and this container is 250. So open it up, and I'm going to cut it in half. So it doesn't have to be exact, but it's good to be.
I like mascarpone. So
me too. I love it.
Mascarpone basically is milk cream with acid, and it makes the cheese.
Yep.
So it's pretty heavy cream because we're adding cream to cream.
Yeah.
But still, we don't have any butter. And actually, the traditional Fraisier is made with pastry cream. Remember when we used to make it with pastry cream?
Yep.
It was a really long process because we had to cook the eggs with the flour and the milk, and and add the butter at the end. So it was a complicated process, and the one thing that I actually didn't like much about the pastry cream, it's yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is much better, right?
It's nicer when it's white because white on the cake looks better than yellow. I think.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we're gonna add the limes. 2 limes.
I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
So gives you some space here.
First we're gonna zest the limes because we don't want to cut it yet, because after you cut it, it's harder to zest. So take my zester, zest it here. So you don't want to go past a certain point because then it becomes bitter, and we're just going for the flavor and the perfume of the lime, which is really good if you don't have any sourness or anything. See here, it's starting to become white, so I'm gonna move on to a different place that's still green.
Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to start measuring the whipping cream. So we will need 15 centiliters, which is about 150 grams of cream. Where's the cream? Here we go. Yeah, the other thing that one more reason why I prefer this cream than pastry cream. Pastry cream is a little bit like a winter cream. I don't know.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you want to eat it in a dessert that you will have during winter.
It's cold outside and you come home and you have pastry cream.
Yes, just like that with the spoon.
I mean, it is good. I mean, if you give me a bowl of pastry cream, I will eat it.
I'm sure of it. But this cream is lighter. It's a cheese. It's like you're eating salad with the basil leaves.
Yeah, I mean, even though mascarpone is a cheese, it's not really sour, even though it has a little bit of sourness. By the way, when you're zesting the limes, you most likely want organic limes because when it's not organic, the chemicals could not be good for you. So you also want to use the whole lime because you don't want anything to go to waste.
Yeah. So I'm gonna measure 40 grams of sugar. Yeah, we have a thunderstorm.
Yeah, big one
here.
Oh, it's beautiful out by. Yes. Reminds me when we used to go out in Silver Spring and when it was raining like this.
Yeah.
And have fun, in this.
With your friends?
Yeah, and then we'd go and take a hot shower after. That was nice. Now that I finished zesting the limes, I'm gonna massage them. So basically just taking your palm and rolling it like this on the hard surface so that it releases the juices. So I'm gonna do that for both of them, and then I'm gonna juice them and add them to the mixture.
So if you don't have a balance to measure all this, you could use cups, and that will be about half cup of each. Like half cup of cheese, half cup of sugar, and half cup of whipping cream. Let's do this. texture is perfect. It's not, you know, you don't want to have the texture of butter. You still want it to be a little bit, you know, like easy to manipulate.
So as you may have seen, I took 3 big leaves and I put them on each other like this. This is the method that we use to cut it small. I'm gonna take it like this and roll it up like this, so that all the layers become like one little tube. Look at that. And I don't use a knife because you can, when you're cutting it, you can bruise it. Bruising is basically when you cut it, it becomes black in the part where you cut it. So I'm gonna use these sharp scissors. You don't get these things out of school. So cut them small like this. Put it directly in.
Okay, so
we're gonna add it in slowly.
I'm gonna try to be exact. So the reason why we're doing this is just to avoid to have lumps in the cream. Of course, you can use, you know, the crystallized sugar, but it's much harder to have it melt with the cream. So, you know, because you just need to whip it for a long time before it melts completely, and you don't have those crystals inside. With the sugar, with the icing sugar, it's just easier and quicker. That's why I love spatulas.
Spatulas are great, especially the ones like this, that not like the ones that you do the flipping the burgers with, but ones that are like this with both ends and they have a stick. Useful for like scraping these creams.
It would be great to have a burger now and finish it with the dessert, don't you think?
Yeah. If you really don't have time, if you've done this before, you know, and you want to eat this because you like the flavor and everything. Another really good thing you can do with this cream is you can just put it in a bowl with strawberries and it's very good. You can, it's just so good, this cream. You can have it with a lot of things. It's good with fruits.
All right, so this is the container we're gonna use to pack the cream. So I'm gonna use a container, make it easy to pour the cream here. We are done with our cream.